I will try and defend the carrier against any unknown, as of yet, threats.
It needs for us to have a handicap. It's the only way that it could possibly hope to win, given our
We're actually
proven...
not doing too bad relative to them.
Oh, yeah, and also,
have...
I've set up the keybinds so that I can fly aircraft properly now.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to tell me how to do that.
I just changed look up, look down, look left, and look right to WASD. That was it.
That was it?
Yeah, that was it. Now, I don't know why.
Okay.
Escape. Options. Keyboard.
Oh, it's okay. That's my mistake. I was looking specifically under vehicle.
Yeah,
it's not under vehicle. It's just
regular.
Under player. Even though you're in a vehicle. Huh.
Yes. Yeah, it's very dumb. I don't think it's meant to be that way, but yeah.
Does it make you look while you're not in a vehicle?
Nope. I mean, I'm moving around now, and it's just WASDing. It's mouse look when I'm moving around here. So yeah, it's all perfectly fine. Also, I noticed that you can actually hook up Hot Ass to this.
Oh, yeah, but you can play the whole game in VR.
Yeah. But I'm just sat here
VR
thinking, I could just have throttle and stick for aircraft.
I do have a throttle and stick as well, but then I feel like it'd be hard to pilot the rest of the carrier.
I mean, the throttle would work for the helm at least.
Do we need to do like a brief reintroduction for those who missed?
We probably do.
Or is this the kind of game where you just go and people are like, "Oh, of course you can do that."
I mean,
as we do the things
right now, the AI is several islands ahead of us.
Let's start by resetting to the southern island.
Yes,
Cherenkov?
Yeah, Cherenkov. Okay. Chat, this is your opportunity to learn what on earth we're doing.
Chat, in case it wasn't clear, we're not in a control tower of a static variety. We are actually on board a carrier in the water. So I've just turned on all the runway lights so that you can actually see the carrier. Everybody knows how a carrier operates, of course.
Everybody. Who wouldn't know that?
But this is a push-button simulation game. I would describe it as an arcadey milsim.
Yeah, that's actually a really good description, in my opinion. An arcadey milsim.
Okay, so this game, the most commonly asked question is how many people can play this? Up to 16. And you can play up to, let's just take all the basics. You can have up to 4 different player carriers. 16 players can split amongst them as you want. So you can have 4v4v4v4. And you can have up to 4 AI carriers as well. And
you can have all 16 on a single ship. I watched a YouTube video about just that thing, and honestly, most people were bored.
Yep.
Especially the person who was sat in front of the transmissions monitor. That was their whole job, just being sat there looking at the one screen that just had transmission A, B, and C. And that was it.
Would you like to chart us a course bearing 192 degrees?
Let's see out.
And take us away.
192 degrees. That's going to take us straight across a fairly active current. Also towards...
Yes, unfortunately, Cherenkov is going to be pushing us... Or the waves are going to be pushing us west of Cherenkov, probably.
Aye.
So probably, I would say, in that case, straighten her up to 182, just to account for the currents.
Aye.
There's the degrees just above his head while he's at the helm. He's locking in the heading.
Locked the heading. For those who are wondering, the screens here, you can change them. And same for the holo map. The ones I find most useful at this point for the helm is the ocean currents, because that actually matters quite a lot. Wind on the left, but there's barely any wind at the moment, so it's not as important. And then depth on the right, because the bigger waves tend to happen at the deepest parts of the ocean. So
True.
around islands, you'll tend to find that the waves, the ocean is quite calm, whereas out in the very, very kind of burgundy color that we're about to approach, the waves
Yeah.
are going to be taller than we are.
Very true. By the way, my plan for tonight is probably like 4 more hours tops, and then if you want to
Yeah.
continue streaming, I'll just raid you after that.
I was just telling my chat that I've come from like 3 hours of recording into 4 hours of collab recording into this.
That's fair.
I am uh, I'm just riding high on social energy at the moment, but the moment that runs out, I'm going to
Social
face
energy
plant.
and commanding a carrier,
Yeah.
of course.
And the fact that ferrets occasionally decide to climb my legs with their tiny, tiny razor-sharp claws. It's very exhilarating. Certainly wakes you up.
You're going through so many different types of content right now,
Yeah.
and then you add ferrets onto that.
Yes.
They're creating their own content for you.
Mm-hmm. To recap from the last stream, for those who are joining us fresh, outside of talking about the actual carrier, which we will get to, we're
We
just
are
going.
almost out of fuel.
Yeah, we are. That's why I'm not redlining it. We are heading to Cherenkov, an island that we've already cleared up. There is actually a barge over there that is presently heading to traffic to pick up some fuel and come back to us. So once we get to Cherenkov, I think we need to basically stop there for a little while.
Yeah. Well, we could just go to Vulcan as well, which I think we were going to do anyways, and that's even closer to traffic.
Yeah, that would work.
That way we can be taking on Vulcan and trying to capture the island while the barge is coming back to refit us.
Yeah. Another question that I haven't actually seen asked, but I get the impression that is never far from people's minds. You can happily play this solo. It's
just a lot of hats. You wear a lot of hats.
But one thing I will say is, like, right now, I've charted a course to an island, and largely I don't need to do anything at this point until we're a lot closer. So that gives you time to switch to the other. You put your logistics, your quartermaster hat on, and come over here and play around with logistics and arming the various vehicles and ordering barges. And then once you get to a safe spot, you can just kind of come to a full stop. Oh wow, we really plunged into that wave. That was glorious.
I looked over at you, and your character was sideways. You were at a 45-degree angle while we were.
That was amazing. This is how you would want to hit some of these waves, by the way. A ship like this big, you just
as long as you don't
go
roll
straight into it. You don't want to crest a wave. Like as a wave is breaking, you don't want to be anywhere near it with a ship like this, or any ship really. You don't want to surf in a ship, but you never really want to hit a wave side on in a large ship because it will just fold you over. Oh, that is glorious. Like that is so amazing. But it must be throwing us off. No, actually, we're maintaining heading quite well. It's probably
just, the heading is right. We're probably just flowing to the west.
Yeah.
A little bit. Because this is us. This is where we want to be. Cherenkov should be undefended by and large as well. So it should be quite easy. We just need to pull in really close, deploy one of our surface vehicles that has the virus bot to capture the island, which should be S1.
Okay.
Yeah, S1 has virus bots.
Right, yep. Also, thank you very much, chat. I don't know what's happening with my Stream Deck. I need to go through it. I think one of the updates, there was actually update software for my Stream Deck, and half the buttons aren't doing all the things they're meant to be doing. So, for the last few minutes, chat has been like, yeah, we can't hear the game. We just hear you two talking about stuff. Right?
Look how sideways you are. There you go.
Yes. I am often sideways, it's true. But don't worry, you haven't missed too much. Until we get into combat, the soundscape is it's just white noise, really. Mostly you hear the engine.
And then you'll hear the combat music before you even know that you need to assume battle stations.
Yeah.
Which is funny. but we can also alert you when it's time for battle by turning on the klaxons.
That will also happen if we have done a really bad job and hull has taken damage, whether we turn it on or not.
We're in pretty good shape right now.
Yeah.
What's our torpedo status look like? I'm just gonna take a look at the inventory actually. Let's see what we got. So our stock is on the right side of this page. Yeah. We still have 30 160 millimeter shells. It's good.
Oh yeah, I've been
30
bringing
millimeter,
over quite a lot of things.
Yeah. 30 mil ammo goes on the vehicles for the surface vehicles. What kind of ammo do the air vehicles use? The ones that have cannons?
20 mil. Italics,
Okay.
you've got the bridge.
I've got the bridge. Okay.
Whilst
Goodbye.
the ship is going crazy, I'm going to go and stand on the front. I'm going to Titanic this into one of these waves.
Okay.
King of the world, king of the ocean, same thing. Also,
If you were in the bridge and you saw this, we would have to scramble teams to come try and, like, man overboard, throw the ship into a holding pattern.
I'm fairly certain if someone falls off an aircraft carrier, it's just like, well, we'll notify the next of kin.
You could get rescued. You could just slow it down. There's boats. Wait, did you just jump off?
No, I'm still on the ship.
Oh, I can't see you anymore.
Okay, I'll come back up. I can't jump, but...
Oh, there you are.
Hey!
Is it? It has like a slope on the end. It looks like a cutoff from this far.
Here we go, chat. Oh no, I think we've lost the best of them, sadly. Unless, whoosh. Okay, that was good enough. I went underwater for a few moments. I am happy. I didn't see any krakens. We're okay. Can this get you seasick in VR? I can almost guarantee
for sure.
it. Yeah.
100%. All right, I'm adjusting the heading a little bit so we don't go straight into the island.
It is so loud out here. It is wild. My lord. Hello, Athena.
By the way, chat, you're welcome to start the stream in squad stream mode. And
Yes.
you can see both streams at the same time if you want, and also both chats. So say hi, chat, so you make sure everyone knows that you're.
Who's that? Trying to climb up my oh, it's Ares. It's fine.
Approachable. And ready to meet some new friends.
So, I got dunked in the ocean, and rather than coming up with fish in my pants legs, I have in fact got ferrets. The sea is a strange place.
Are
sometimes.
those fish in your pants, or?
Don't do it. Don't do this to yourself. Be better than this, Italics. Right. Are we close enough, do you think?
Is there an official squad stream mode on Twitch?
Yeah.
There is.
That's what we're in, hopefully.
That's what we're talking about. You just have to scroll slightly beneath. It's just like right there beneath the stream. You should be able to click it. But no, I think we get very close because we really need to be sure that there shouldn't be any hostiles on this island unless this game has respawning enemies, which is going to be a interesting.
Which I imagine they don't. But if you keep on going down, basically the eastern side of the island, there's a little bay. I don't think we should pull into the bay, but if we just move down the eastern side of the island, it should give us a good vector just to continue on and turn due east. In order to
What
move
side
across
of the island is the command center on?
The east.
I think it's going to
Southeast.
come down to how the cliff face.
That's a good point.
Can
Let
be
me have
scaled.
a look at the island on the holo map. I'm fairly... Okay, there's some very
So as we
sharp
steer
cliffs.
in here, we're looking at the depth sonar that's going to tell us when the ground is coming up to meet us so we don't accidentally beach this carrier. So
We're going to want to be down
starting to come in now.
at the southeast quadrant of this island, I would say.
Southeast. Got
Yeah,
it.
so keep on going. There is going to be a bit of a swell, a sand bank. Actually, at that bearing, you should be okay.
Warning. I have a surface warning, but we're good. I'm watching closely.
If you came to a heading of about 170 degrees, 171.
That's basically exactly what I'm at.
Perfect.
But land is coming up, so I think this is a good spot.
Yeah, sure.
I cannot continue without possibly beaching us on a sandbar.
Oh wow, yeah.
So,
Yeah, I wasn't sure how deep that was. If you look on the holo map, you can sort of see in the ocean what I was describing, the sand. I think the holo map is the better one for the topology.
I'm gonna go ahead and deploy. I'm gonna deploy 2 surface vehicles. That way, just in case there is some kind of enemy respawn, I'll have an escort for the virus that we're going to put on the command center of this island to take control of it for ourselves.
Alright, I'm
And
not
you can actually
seeing
look at
anything over there. Command center seems to be open, but this time I recommend we just send the vehicles all the way up to the command center. This also gives us time for the barge to get here too.
Okay.
Barge is...
So I've got 1 seal heading toward the command center and the virus seal following it.
Alright.
There's the ramp that the seal just drove down. Yeah, the virus bots didn't make it the other day.
No,
for some reason.
sadly.
Oh, some people say they had to refresh in order to see the squad stream.
Oh, okay. Chat, yeah. As Alex just mentioned, if you want to quickly refresh the stream, if you want to make use of squad stream and you don't see it, I believe it should show up at the bottom of the viewing window.
It should be, yeah, the bottom of the player.
Yeah.
I believe.
I'm afraid I haven't used squad stream as a viewer enough to know where all of that is.
I don't really see them all that often, to be honest.
No,
Same place as the
shame.
follow button.
Yeah. Peeps in my chat confirming that they can see it now after a quick reload.
Do we have any anti-air specific air vehicles?
I do not believe we do.
Okay.
Um,
Because I was going to say, for situations like this, it'd probably be just good practice to scramble any, like, basically just in case we were to get sneaked up on. It's probably safe here, but...
I'm going to re-equip our...
The albatrosses just
the
seem
albatross.
bad. I would say leave them as they are, and we should just go for
I was actually...
the manta.
I was going to re-equip the albatross. Do we have mantas yet?
I think we were on the way. That's like one of the next stops.
Yeah, the next stop.
The issue is like that one time yesterday or the day before yesterday when we tried to put an albatross up against a manta.
Oh yeah,
and
the
it just
manta
got
easily
completely outmaneuvered. I think just having
also
two
the one time that the manta got shot
albatrosses-
down by a missile, I was reliably informed that the manta could easily have outrun it. It's just the AI won't run the engines as hard as they can. That manta could easily have outrun that missile. I was like, oh, righty-go. Run out of countermeasures, just take manual control and just throttle up. Fair enough. Good to know. But I've re-equipped the scouting albatross with the fuel with the 2 TV missiles.
Have we used TV missiles before?
I haven't, but...
It'd be fun to
I
experiment
mean, TV
with.
missiles are effectively... They're going to be the easiest kinds, as long as it's in a patrol. I think, you know what? Given how close we are... Sure, while
wanna
you're
just shoot
piloting
some?
things, I'm going to send something across the Vulcan. Vulcan is only a 1...
I kind of would like to launch the TV missile and just practice with it on this island and see what it does.
Well, I know how a TV missile works because it works pretty much as it would in real life. It's just got closed circuit TV. It just pipes that signal back to the operator. Usually the operator would be on the plane rather than controlling it from the carrier.
For WASD, is it the mouse
as far as I'm aware,
controls it?
It will follow the same controls as an albatross or a manta would. So exactly the same way of manual controlling. But we only have 2 of them, so I'm a little bit hesitant to just use one up as a test.
Oh, we only have 2 missiles?
Yes. We don't
so we need to
yet have somewhere that's producing
once those
them
are
for us.
shot.
Yeah. I believe they're fairly high yield, so my thought is, which island are we wanting to go to next? Nemesis or Mnemonic?
I think the closest to both us and the barge.
Okay, so that would be Nemesis, which is to give us a second barge, which actually would be quite nice.
No. Sorry. I'd say Vulcan so that the barge
the
fuel.
But out of Nemesis and Mnemonic, which would you prefer next?
Oh, sorry, yeah. Let me see their various reward schemes.
Nemesis is will give us a second barge, whilst Mnemonic will give us ground chassis.
Yeah, I would say the reason I would probably say Mnemonic is actually not because of its reward, but because if we go to Nemesis, we have to deal with patrol vessels from both Deadlock and Mnemonic at the same time. So it's more about securing the flank.
Will they have vessels at Mnemonic? I wasn't sure if 2 shields tended to field boats.
I believe
or not.
2 shields does have at least 1 boat frequently.
Okay.
Well, and possibly also jets.
Going to try something out, because I can see that there's an airfield on the island just by looking at the map. There is an airfield shape in the topology of the island. I'm going to try something, and you're welcome to watch as I do it once the ship gets there. The ocean is good enough right now, isn't it?
I will watch. I'm deploying the virus bots.
Okay. You don't need to watch this for a while. It's going to take a long while before the Albatross is in position. I am sending this plane out on a very, very long scout
Taking
mission.
manual control of the virus and deploying the virus bots. I want to actually see them in person. From up close. Can you accidentally run over virus bots?
That would be an interesting question.
Oh, there's one. There's the little pod.
For anyone interested in watching, the Albatross just got brought up from the hangar deck. It's now being taxied onto the runway.
All right, they're here and they are capturing. So we're going to go ahead and come on home.
You can actually see the gimbal camera on the front of the drone, along with the fuel tanks and the TV missiles. And off she goes. Whoosh.
Whoosh. Our carrier doing carrier things.
Yeah. That drone is now going to fly out to just shy of Nemesis at 2,000 meters. So it's going to be 2 kilometers up. And it's going to do a quick... It's going to enter a patrol route, but I intend to bring it back more or less straight away. What I want it to do is get close enough that I can activate
Aavak has put
the missile.
Extra fuel tanks in the first 2 slots. That way, they basically function as drop tanks. So you can see the fuel draining from the ammo count. It's not actually shooting guns, it's just draining fuel. And that way it can kind of stay airborne longer as like a nice scout vehicle.
Oh yeah, actually you can see it just draining the tank. I hadn't noticed that before. That's pretty cool. Now once that gets out there...
Hopefully high enough in the air so as not to be targetable by any anti-air solutions.
My main concern is that if Nemesis launches its vehicles, that Albatross has no real way of fighting it other than to run away. So, but Shennikov has been captured.
Very nice. So, now that we've formally captured this, we have blueprints unlocked for the actuated camera, smoke launcher, stream, and sonic pulse generator, which I have no idea what a sonic pulse generator is, but it's nice to be able to make our own actuated cameras because we can attach the cameras to the vehicle chassis and be able to see what they're doing, which I learned the hard way about last time. About when you make a new chassis and then forget to put an actuated camera on it.
Ah, yes.
Okay. There we go. Someone said, have you ever considered adding viewers into your game? You think that chat is trustworthy enough to crew an entire carrier?
I think chat thinks it's worthy, but that's the problem. That's how we know they're not.
That's how we know they're not, yeah.
Okay. I believe the Albatross is close enough. If you would like to watch this, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to watch the missile, but if you would like to get into the camera...
Sure.
Let me know when I think I can see
an enemy airstrip.
Okay.
So, FYI.
Launch. And go. TV missile away. I'm heading down.
I'm looking for your missile.
I'm behind the Albatross. I don't move as quickly as the Albatross does.
The missile knows where it is at all times because the missile is Aavak.
Yes. Now, one thing that I saw in chat a lot previously was that if you can bomb, like there's lots of assets on the island that the aircraft have to take off. So right now, this island's defensive aircraft are in the hangar. And I am sending a missile directly to that hangar.
Right? Like,
yes.
You're steering the missile?
I am. Anyone who's watching on Squad Stream right now, you can see me. I basically got a TV feed of the missile.
I'm watching from a distance. The draw distance is insane.
I am angling in. I can see there is a plane coming out on the runway.
Camera on tracking.
Unfortunately, I'm almost out of range because the Albatross is moving
we can have this
too fast.
Stable view.
I'm going to take out
hangar and blow up the planes.
Am I going to be? Oh yes, they've got Bantas in there. Let's see if I can do it. And
bam. They're actually launching.
Yes, they are launching. Yeah. I decided to go away from that one. They had one on the runway, but I went for the Mantas in the hangar.
I think it's... It doesn't look like a...
Did we get a kill? I don't know.
I think
we did. We definitely did. We took out a Manta and an Albatross.
Wow, 2 kill?
But
that's
there is
huge.
something coming out. There is something coming out.
I went ahead and sent the Albatross back to base.
Yeah, that is
to get
wise.
Away from... It's a petrol.
Oh, that's
which we're not really familiar with.
It's the dual rotor heavy lifter. It can be armed with weapons, but did you make sure to give the Albatross a waypoint high in the sky?
Well, I just told it to come home, but I'm doing that now.
Yeah, always wise to do that. There we go, and then onwards.
That's why I just wish there was a default.
Yeah, me too, very much so. But yeah, we managed to take out the significantly more dangerous opponent. I didn't get a good look at how many other aircraft were in there, but it's now shy 1 Manta, which I'm very happy with.
So their little helicopter is still on the runway. We have a bit of a... It's taking off now, but we have a bit of a head start. It really depends on how fast it is. Spoopy.
Right, the barge is currently loading fuel.
Okay, great.
Thank goodness.
I feel like it's chasing, but I can't tell.
It may well be,
angles,
but I doubt it's faster than ours. Not the petrol. The petrol is a heavy lifter. I can't imagine that it's faster. It's a helicopter chasing a plane.
By the way, I take no responsibility for actions done as captain or co-captain of this vessel while under the influence of 8% ABV apple cider.
Duly noted. So, wait. You've already been pre-pardoned by United Earth, so it's fine.
That's true, yeah. Where the heck? Oh, the surface vehicles are in, so we can go.
Yep. Surface vehicles are in.
Things that you don't notice when there's only 2 people.
Okay, well, I'm
So we're gonna
very,
have to
very happy
fight
with
the
that.
current at about 120 degrees. I'll take the helm.
Aye. Oh, we got a new transmission.
Commander Gage, I'm sure this is unnecessary, but I've been asked to impress upon you the importance of your mission on Telos. I know your past, and I also know you were given a bum steer, so I'm confident
What?
you won't be taking your duties lightly, even though you're no longer a UEC officer. However, there are some details you may not be aware of that may add some urgency to your
Bring us
task.
to heading 116.
Stanza's guerrilla war surge against us has... Well, it's not going well. Since the Third Empire, our combat forces had atrophied more than we had ever admitted. We didn't take the threat from Stanza seriously enough. Localized terrorist actions, sure, but a global, coordinated effort to bring down our entire governance structure. Even their first incursion on Telos was only about ransom money.
What are you
But in the
rambling about,
shadows,
sir?
They'd built an incredibly effective network here that has a genuine chance of destabilizing the UEC's peace. We're at a flashpoint, Commander. We're now fighting hundreds of battles across dozens of nations simultaneously. We're stretched so thin, and our resources are dwindling so fast. There's a time delay for shipments from Telos, but when the interruption from this latest incursion hits us, we're going to have some dark days. And if Stanza does succeed there, and cuts off our resources permanently, I don't want to be alarmist, Commander, but all could be lost. No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure. Yeah. I'm allergic to high-stakes situations. That one hurt.
Oh no!
That hurt my body.
Did you try to hold it in?
Yep.
Did your
I
ribs
tried to hold
pop?
it in. Oh, my stomach popped.
Oh no!
I have to shut my window. Ugh.
Man down! Medic!
Man down.
Italics, we might not want to get into deep water yet. I'm going to throttle down.
Yep,
I
just
would
to get the landing.
Yeah, I would like the albatross to come in because it is decided it is going for it. So I don't want us to have massive waves pitching the ship up. There she
Okay.
is.
There we go. Coming in for landing. We have lost a plane while trying to land on the deck of the carrier before, so
What I imagine
there's
happened
no such
is
thing
that
as too much caution.
yeah, the equilibrium of the deck suddenly changed quite aggressively because of a wave, and so the plane just
Probably.
plowed straight into the deck.
They are just silly drones after all. We can't
Throttling up.
explain their actions. We should probably veer toward the southern side of Vulcan just so we don't get into Nemesis territory.
I was thinking it would be best for us to go along the top because that is going to be the least... We're very low on fuel right now, so I'm trying to avoid having to fight against the current. We're basically moving in the shadow of the island.
Like here?
Yeah.
We could also just tuck into like the bay.
Yeah, no, that's fine. We're effectively we're approaching from just a little bit above where your cursor was. That's the angle that we're going to be approaching from. So from there we can just go down around the south, but for now
Makes
I'd rather
sense.
approach it from the north just to avoid having to fight against the ocean. The ocean will
I just
win.
got to hear who's winning. No matter who wins, we lose. I think.
Dramatic
What?
lighting.
That was the, I think that was the tagline for Alien versus Predator. One of the best movie taglines that's ever been written.
Oh, the
Whoever
barge
wins,
is on
no
the way.
matter who wins, we lose.
Yep, barge is on its way. Perfect.
We're only traveling at 20 knots because we're going completely against the current right now, so 20 to 30 knots. If we were going with the current, we could go up to 100 knots in this futuristic sci-fi supercarrier. I thought it was no matter who wins, humanity loses. I thought it was, how long did it take you to Google that?
I thought it was shut the up.
That's right, chat. Listen, Aavak just told you to shut the hell up.
That's not what Aavak said, but sure, we'll go with that. Look, it's late. I've been working all day. I feel more than just the social energy coursing through my veins now that Alex has confirmed that he's on the cider. I no longer need to hide the fact that I'm on the whiskey.
Two drunk captains.
What could possibly go wrong? We're maintaining naval tradition.
How long are you into this run? It's fairly recent. We've only got a handful of islands, and we don't have any, I would say, experience with the game, so we're just happy to be here and enjoying the management side of things. You can
Right.
you can't tell that your vision is wobbly because the ocean is wobbly.
I am
It's
concerned about the fact that they have taken a 4-shield island.
Oh yeah, the AI doesn't care.
What the hell is the AI got?
They will take any difficulty. It doesn't matter. They just go. And wherever they go, they win. Are
Surely
you playing
not.
in single player? Do you hear the other human being and see them walking around? This isn't single player. Aavak, are you real? Am I just hallucinating you?
I've wondered that many times. Well, the islands that it's captured aren't going to have given it any particularly good equipment.
But here, the advantage that it has is it can maneuver, steer, launch ships, pilot deck guns, and take care of its own repairs simultaneously because it is a sophisticated artificial intelligence.
I can do
It will be
something
able
that
to
it can't do.
Burp? Throw up?
Well, I was going to
Roll the
say
ship? Why are we?
that is
why
also
are-
something that can happen. We can absolutely, with the equipment that we're about to get, especially once we've captured the ability to. Is this one going to give us albatrosses or?
Side note.
I think it's going
Let's
to give us
launch a
mantas.
scout albatross for this island.
Yeah, go for it. This is going to give us mantas.
Which one?
That'll be A1. It is
Okay.
currently refueling. Oh no, it's trying to rearm, but we no longer have enough TV missiles to give it. So,
Wait, A1 is the one? That,
Yeah.
Let's bring the other one aboard then. Let's bring A2.
okay. It's never going to have
Debate.
a full complement of TV missiles now because we've already used one up. So I'm just
Yeah.
going to give that one across to infrared. There we go. But
Sounds
A1
good.
is the better scout generally because it has the longer endurance time because of the fuel tanks. However, I was going to say that we, as humans, are capable of throwing caution to the wind, otherwise known as Leroy Jenkinsing a manta full of bombs into the deck of the enemy carrier. A tactic I'm
Very
sure
true.
that superior AI will never simulate. Or contemplate.
Are
That...
these windows? Yes.
yes.
But yeah, we very well could.
I think if we've got mantas and it does not because it hasn't taken over anywhere that has mantas, we're going to have a significant advantage in this fight.
Oh yeah. Like getting air superiority seems huge in this game. It's almost like it's a game about aircraft carriers.
I know, wild,
Detail.
right?
That's a wild idea for me.
Which makes me wonder why
I'm
we
glad
don't
I
have
figured it out.
virus bots for planes.
Okay, so we're gonna need to get this plane launched and not send it into a wave.
I will let you know when that time is ready.
What is the wind like right now? Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, awaiting your order.
Looking for this to even out at the top right of this monitor here. Currently the ship is still pitched forward. It's going to remain that way for a little while.
Are we out of fuel?
We are out of fuel, yes. Okay,
Beautiful.
well, let's throttle down.
We are stranded.
Throttling all the way down.
Yeah, I already turned the engine off. Not that it was
that
on.
makes sense, yeah, that makes sense.
Well, at least we got
Okay, you
stranded
can launch.
in a
You
non.
can launch now. It has to be quick though. And away she goes. But yeah, at least we're not stranded.
Yeah, we have a barge
How
incoming.
far out are we? I think it just took the second. It's making a beeline straight for us. That's a little bit worrying. But yeah, the barge is on its way.
So, chat. If you didn't see it yesterday,
10
you can take
kilometers.
over the camera of these planes while they're flying around and actually like stabilize and track the underside cameras and tag enemies on a given island. Now, I have tagged 100 vehicles, so you don't have that award all but to yourself anymore. It's also mine. You have to share.
Right, I'm sending out a chopper. Yes, we are now equal. The captains have the same
Yeah,
amount of pins on their uniform. Chaos on the bridge. No one knows who to follow anymore.
But yeah, these are going to be our enemies that we have to cleanse the island of. Cleanse is the good guy word, right? That's like verbiage that the good guys use.
I'm starting to understand now why when we were deciding on the uniforms we were going to have, you had skulls so prominent in your aesthetic.
They actually have walruses,
Okay. I'm taking a chopper out,
the three-wheelers.
and I'm taking
I'm gonna go
over
ahead
the
and
razor
find out
gun.
what the walruses are armed with.
Okay.
Gun. It turns
Gun.
out.
It is armed with gun. Duly noted.
Pixel hunting.
I am bringing
It's actually very fun.
the main weapons online. How far out am I now? I'm assuming manual control of the chopper.
Wait, so you're using the chopper for missiles or for
Guns.
guns? I've tagged all that I can see, but there might be more.
Aye aye.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on the fuel for this particular bird. Oh, there you are. Oh, there's more. I see the vehicles. Tagging the ones next to those you were shooting.
Okay.
It is a target-rich environment.
That it is. One down.
Good shot. I can hear you shooting beneath me. Oh, they were in the water. That's why I didn't see them.
They can return
They
fire.
are returning fire
I'm
now, so
ascending.
be careful.
It's fine. I should be out of their range momentarily. Returning to a safe distance.